All right, here we go, guys. It's just after 6 a.m., still really dark out. Boats by the side of the road day. We got a lot of little whalers. My former mate Chris, who's doing a lot better. Those of you that follow the fishing stuff may remember Chris had some health issues. He's slowly mending. He found a whaler not too far from where I live, so we'll try and check that out. Hopefully it's still there. Southhold Marine, another local boat dealer, also has a small whaler on its lot right on the grass. We'll check that out. I saw it yesterday. I drove by it yesterday. And last but not least, I was driving west, so about 20 miles west of here. We're going to take a chance and hope it's still there, but another small whaler. And hopefully I remember where that was, but we'll try to find that one. There's also what looks like a 18 or 20 foot Grady dual console. I'll pronounce it correctly. In the middle of all this, so we'll try to get that one in there too, and we'll check back in after I get my coffee with the first small whaler. All right, pulling out of the 7-Eleven. Just got my coffee. Start my morning now. Little rainy, little overcast. Strong north wind. First day in a long time. It's not like super, super hot. It's going to cool off today. Hopefully we lose some of those thunderstorms we've been having the last 2 days. But apparently, boy, I did a bad job pulling out here. Apparently, the first boat, which is, like I said, a Chris recommendation, should be right up this road. So we'll see. Gotta go straight here. We are 0.2 miles away. Here it is. Oh, it's not a whaler. It's a Carolina skiff. It looked like a whaler. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Wow, it's big wide platform in the front, almost like a catamaran. It carries the beam forward. It's a 2014 DLV 21 feet, 262 hours, dealer service, original owner, bimini top, new batteries, depth finder, Bluetooth stereo. There's the phone number, 516-526-3363, 25,000 with trailer. Trailer looks like it's in really good shape. Load right single axle trailer. It's a very basic layout. This is your typical bay boat here. Lot of fishing room in this. Forward casting platform, 2 big storage lockers. Look at that, 14 person. Let's see if we can make that show up. Probably can't. But anyway, a 14 person capacity on this. I like this. 3 rod holders on the side, a cup holder up there, a little forward area up there. Does look like there's a handle there to bring that seat up. Your basic leaning post here, probably, this looks like some kind of tackle storage area here. Maybe it flips up. Somebody will know. More storage right there under the console. There is a depth finder with it. What do we got power-wise? This is a 150. Looks like a live well here, probably. Nope, this is, there's your gas tank. So easy access to everything here. There's your live well right up here. And this is likely a 150. If I were a betting man, we'll see. Yeah, it looks like a 150. Boarding ladder here. Not a huge fan of the plastic scuppers, but no big deal. Looks like live well, more bilge access under there. Cup holders in the corner. I mean, not a boat I would take offshore, obviously. As you can see, it's got no dead rise. It's really a bay boat, but you can also see, there's my hand. That's how much water it drafts. Here's the bottom paint line. It does not draft a lot of water. It's like a floating bathtub. You can get into real skinny water with this, and on a nice day, it's a big beamy boat. You can certainly take this a little further out. It's a rolled gunnel design. You can see it's a a one-piece hull, but even it's not a one-piece hull, it's a two-piece hull, but even two-piece hulls occasionally will have what looks like coaming pads here in the appearance of a three-piece hull. These rolled gunnel boats do not. All right, good first boat. Thank you, Chris. 21 Carolina Skiff DLV. Let's see what we got next. All right, we're about 10 minutes east of that Carolina Skiff we just saw, just passing the Southold Town Police Department. We are on Route 25, and we should be approaching Southold Marine in about 30 seconds. Again, small whaler. If I were a betting man, I would guess 15, but you know, I always have a hard time until I get up close, and even then, I still sometimes get the 13s and the 15s confused, although it should be pretty easy to tell the difference. 13s look really small. For all I know, this is like a 17 Montauk. I don't know. I drive by it fast. I've not stopped and pulled over and looked at it closely, but it's up ahead and come back in 10 seconds when we are in front of it. All right, Southold Marine is right up here. Hopefully, yeah, there it is, still there, still small. Let's see, let me turn in here if I can. This is like a dangerous intersection here. These guys are a really good dealer. They're a Honda dealer out here too, one of the few Honda dealers. So even now, just looking at it, I'm going to guess 15, but it's hard to tell. Is it a 13? Is it a 15? I think it's a 15, but let's see what the sign says, what the price is, all that good stuff. All right. Got a Bimini. Let's just see first. You know what, when I get in the car, I will look it up. Their website might have it, but there's a phone number. Hate that when they don't have the price on. We haven't seen that in a while. So little anchor storage. I'm gonna guess this is a 15. I don't think it's a 13, and I hope I'm not wrong. And I hope I don't get vilified in the comments. Little Garmin GPS. This is your basic little Boston whaler layout. 4 rod holders here because again, none on the side. So you got 4 behind the seat. Looks like there's room for 3 across seating up here. There's room for another person there, maybe 2 small children. It has a 5-person seating capacity. It has a nice bimini top here. Folds up, gives you some shades. I'm gonna guess this is a 60. Let's see, it's a 40. It's a 40, maybe this is a 13. What the heck, man? I have no idea. Oh boy. So this is a 13 or a 15, I can't tell. Let's see if we can get the HIN and see the year at least. Oh, the HIN is nice and clear. It's an 03, it's right there. Again, if you ever look at the back of a boat, it's the last 2 numbers tell you the year of the boat. So 03, but boats before 1970 something don't have these. Aluminum prop on this. I mean, it looks like it's in good shape. Oh, look at that cool little thing here. This is where you store your light, your night light, the rear light, not the forward nav lights, the red and the green. Little 6-gallon gas tank here, battery under there. This might be a 13 now that I'm looking at it. I don't know, guys. I can't tell, but it's a nice, cool little boat. Would be a nice little runabout to, you know, tool the bays in. Once in a blue moon, off Montauk, we do see one of these smaller whalers out there. I think they're nuts. But yeah, certainly if you have little kids, you want to introduce them to boating, this is a perfect starter boat. Got a nice little trailer with it too. Okay, so we got another boat not too far from here, a big boat, much different than the Carolina Skiff in this one. It's on the other road across from here, Route 48. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll start driving west and hit that boat that I'm hoping is still there, that little whaler. Yeah, so big boat next though. All right, guys, that next big boat is just ahead, and of course, we just went through a little heavier rain. Looks like it's going to be on and off rain this morning. I didn't see this in the forecast, but who knows? Hey, I did look up that whaler. So yeah, it was a 130 Sport, so definitely the 13-footer. Like I said, I always have a hard time distinguishing between the 13 and the 15. And the price was $9,000. So relatively affordable. Of course, I'm sure people will say, oh, that boat is overpriced. This next big boat is right here, I believe. I'm going to go slow. It's near the place that sells cider donuts. It's going to be somewhere tucked. If you go too fast, you drive by it. So I'm going to be going 45 right now. I'm going to be upsetting a lot of people in the lane behind me, because I don't want to miss it. It was here yesterday. Hoping it's still here today. Okay. Knock on. It's right here. And yeah, you can see it is some kind of cruising speedboat. Looks like it's in great shape. It looks older. There is a price on it. Let's see what we got. All right. $35,000 or best offer. There's George's number. 631-819. Something 555. Can't tell if that's a 9 or 4, but I'll let you decipher that if you're interested in this. Big boat. I'm guessing in the 30s, low 30s. Stinger 260. It's a Chris Craft. Aha, designer series. New motors. Inboard, outboards, 2 of them. Let's see. Now these look like Merc Cruiser outdrives. I don't see the, not that you can't have a Volvo Penta without a duo prop. Trim tabs here. It's an 87. So it's an 87 Chris Craft, new motors, 35K. There's the vents for the motors. It's a 26. It's a big 26. I would have thought this is bigger. Let's see if we can step up and get a look on the inside. Oh boy, here we go. Hey, interior's not in bad shape. So this is definitely not a fishing boat. Like I said, this isn't the normal style of boat I would review. You can see the Livorsi drives there. So you have one drive, I believe, controls the transmission, so forward, neutral, reverse. And the other lever controls the speed. Nice gauge package up there. Kind of clean interior too. There's the hatches for the motors. This thing must fly. It's a relatively narrow 26-footer racing style hull. You do have a cabin in there. We're not going to step inside and open that up. But I don't know about the price. Might be a little pricey. You got the wraparound seating here. I mean, the interior looks like it's in really good condition. Somebody obviously worked on that teak underside there. Nice looking boat. If you want to just run about in the ocean, the bay, the sound, you know, this boat is big enough that you really don't have a lot to worry about. Let me jump off without killing myself. There we go. Yeah, the designer series. You can see their big roller trailer, a Sea Lion trailer. Jeez. I mean, this boat looks legitimately bigger than 26, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You do have some port windows here. They're tinted for the cabin. I don't know. What do you guys think on the price? It does say our best offer. Look, if you're selling a boat, you're not going to lowball yourself. You're going to offer an amount that you think maybe is just above what you take, and then hope somebody offers it, or worst case, they come in at the number you'd want. I think the danger with doing that, though, is you may dissuade people from making offers. It's a cool looking boat. I actually like the design. It's kind of retro cool, has a Miami Vice vibe to it. Yeah, 35K or best offer. Now we're gonna take a long drive. We're gonna see if that little whaler's there. Then my buddy Wayne Halleck gave me a lead on another boat in Hampton Bay. So we're gonna go like to Calverton first, which is at 20 miles from here west. And then we're gonna hit Hampton Bays, and we'll see what we find. All right, guys, I pulled over for a second because, of course, as I'm in the middle of the drive to see if that little whaler is still there. I passed that little Grady dual console that I completely forgot about, even though I only mentioned it about a half hour ago when we started our journey. So it's right up here on the right. Of course, I had to make a U-turn. We're on Sound Avenue right now. I think we're in Jamesport. I could be wrong. But let's see. It looks like it's in good shape. There's an E-Tech on it. We'll talk about that when we get there. It's a very polarizing engine. Oh man, and I'm about to pass it again for a second time. So let me pull over here. I don't know why I was driving so fast. Let me pull over, put the blinkers on. Let's go see what we got. All right, walking up to it. It's a little loud. Phase 2. Does look like an 18 or maybe a 20. Looks like it's in really good shape. Single axle trailer from Tidewater Trailers. Of course, it's a roller trailer. Nice spare here. Let's see, it's a 96-19. Oh, I said 18 or 20. Grady White Tournament, 2006 Evinrude. Low hours, 2022 trailer. They want you to text at that number. They're asking $16,500. The number is 631-786-6212. I like this one. Relatively new, 96, so it is the CV2 hull. That's their variable dead rise hull. You can see it's a sharp entry in the front, and it slowly tapers off to, I think, 20 degrees in the back. I think that's what the CV2 hull is. So it's not an aggressive deep V, but it's deep enough that you would still consider it, in my opinion, a deep V. 150 Evinrude E-Tech, again, a very polarizing engine. Bombardier was the owner of this company, but it's the original OMC, Outboard Motor Corporation. One of the oldest engine companies in the world, got bought out by Bombardier after the fiasco with the Ficht engines in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then Bombardier just shut them down a few years back out of the blue after they came out with a new design. My personal opinion, I think these are generally reliable. They're fuel efficient, they're fast, they're light. The one problem, you still have to mix oil with them, right? This boat, I'm sure, has a separate tank for that, so not like the old days when you're mixing gas and oil. The one issue is going to be finding parts and service for these. A lot of the dealers have switched to other brands, and they imagine stocking inventory, working with Bombardier for years, and then all of a sudden, boom, they pull the rug out from under you and tell you they're no longer selling these motors. So the boat looks like it's in really good shape. Boarding ladder here. DC, traditional dual console layout. Here you can see walk through to the front. That center window would open up too, to give you, clear walking access, right? So you're not having to scoop under there or crouch down to get through there. Forward back seating here, captain's chair there, a little live well there. Again, a really clean looking boat. Nice bimini top on it too. I really like this one. Super trailerable. You don't need a big rig. I can tow this with my Honda Ridgeline if I wanted to. And it looks like it's in really good shape. And considering what, a 20-foot Grady these days is $120K, 16,500 is not a bad price. Would I have preferred a Yamaha F-150 on this? Absolutely. That would make this a steal. As it is, I think this is a good deal right now. And again, I really like the layout of this boat. I'm not really a fan of dual consoles, but this one's a little different. It looks nice. All right, let's see what we have next. We have the garbage truck here too. Came very close to hitting the nut. Let's see what we have next. All right, quick update. We failed miserably at finding that whaler by Splish Splash in Calverton. I drove around for about 20 minutes, saw the little side roads, It's either gone or I just couldn't find where I'd seen it. I should have stopped when I saw it and taken a picture. But we're going to try to find this last boat at the station bar in Hampton Bays. It's now 8:10 a.m. I started this journey at 6, so I've been driving for 2 hours trying to find these boats. This will be boat number 5 and the last boat, if we can find it. And we are less than half a mile away. So I will check back in a couple minutes when we're in front of the boat. All right, here it is. It's a Hydra-Sport. Where the heck can I park? I'm going to come in here. Wow, it's an older Hydra-Sport. And big old Evinrude in the back. All right, let me park in here. Nice convenient parking lot right next to this boat. 200 Evinrude. Looks like a 20, maybe a 21. Let's see what we got. All right. Thank you again, Wayne, for this referral. Hey, look, we got a bunk trailer. Now you know you're not in the North Fork. This is an older Hydra-Sport for sure. I like this, the rope here as the rub rail. A 200 Evinrude Ocean Pro, not a FICT. I would rather take this. We talked about FICTs a while back. That was OMC, which owned Evinrude, Johnson, and OMC. Their first attempt at direct injection. This is not that. This is a traditional 2-stroke. Super easy to work on, super reliable. Love the layout of this boat. Big opening back here. And you got a nice opening in the front. You can see you can walk up there. There's storage access. $8,000, 631-662-4609. It's an 89 with a trailer. Trailer spelled wrong, but that's okay. What's the size? It's a 22. Nice big soft top on it, T-top on it. You'll also see that there's a roll down piece of plastic there that I guess wings, if you will, but I think that's seen better days. It's kind of yellow and faded, but this is $8,000, and you know what? This trailer looks like it's in decent shape. The trailer alone is probably worth $2,000 or $3,000. And you know, if this Hydra-Sport, especially these older ones, I mean, this is an 89, but they're known as solid boats, and they might have even been owned by OMC around this time. I'm not 100% sure. Looking at the transom here, don't see any visible cracking. Again, I'm not a boat surveyor. Bennett trim tabs also, they look like they're in good shape. Those are the hydraulic trim tabs. Here's the fuel filter, and you can see OMC here. Again, that was the parent company. You got storage boxes on each side. You got storage under the console too. The leaning post has some rod holders in it. Rod holders up and down the side also. No rod holders on top. But yeah, really classic style, 80s style. More storage right here. Center consoles from the 80s. This is late 80s. It's a shot of the forward seating. The forward cooler seat. I can't really see in up here. The boat is pretty high up. It's got a decent little amount of flare too. Comes down as it's cutting through the water. This will deflect some of the spray. It's a nice boat. I like this one. Dragon bottom. I like the name too. Red bottom paint. Again, $8,000. Not a bad little deal. Of course, get all these boats surveyed before you buy them. You don't want a headache. You know, big thing is going to be, I think, this engine. Older 2-stroke. A lot of people will say they'd rather have this than something modern with all the electrical gizmos on them that can go wrong. Certainly these are easy to work on, but I think guys that work on these, mechanics that work on these are getting harder and harder to come by. But if you're handy with a wrench, there's manuals out there. I'm sure there's YouTube tutorials. So yeah, $8,000. Okay, let's get back in the Honda and I'll offer you my closing thoughts. All right. We just left the station bar where that boat was located, that Hydra-Sport. a lot of boats today. I think it's 5. I could be wrong. If it were my money, and this is going to be a surprising pick, I think, for me, because I'm typically not a fan of dual consoles, but that little Grady, that 19-footer, a lot of it because of the power, and that just big enough to trailer, just small enough to trailer, but big enough where you could take it into the Long Island Sound. You could take it to, and I'm going to be speaking about waterways near me, but to the rips off Plum Gut. You can certainly run it into the ocean on a calm day. That, and I'm not afraid of that E-Tech. I really like that Hydra-Sport, actually, if it checked out, but I don't want to deal with that old an engine. And that little whaler, really cool little boat. It'd be fun to just run around in, but not a lot of room. The price was okay, $9,000, but I again, a little surprising, because I think I've gone on record as saying I'm more of a fan of the center console layout than the dual console layout, but I'm going to break my own rule here. This one time, I would take that Grady. Let me know what you guys, which you guys would pick and why. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. If you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing. And if you're not a member of the channel, please consider joining. Lots of perks associated with becoming a member, including early access to videos.